Senator Monday Okpebholo has emerged as a prominent figure in the Nigerian political space, notably following his triumph in the All Progressives Congress, the APC primary election for the 2024 gubernatorial race in the Edo elections. His voyage from modest origins to political eminence underscores his persistent commitment and resilience. On Viewpoint, where we discover perspectives and embrace dialogue, we have with us to explore his background and trajectory, highlighting the qualities and his manifesto that distinguishes him in the Edo State elections gubernatorial race with Honourable Aghedo, who fills in currently as a senior special assistant to Honourable Dennis Idahosa, running mate of the APC gubernatorial candidate. Join us in the next phase of the show. But before you do that, you do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us across various social media platforms. You're welcome back to the show. The show is Viewpoint, where we discover perspectives and embrace dialogue. I have with me SSA, Senior Special Assistant to Honorable Dennis Idahosa, Honorable Friday Aghedo. Honorable, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Glad of you to join us from your busy schedule. I want to believe the campaign is up and running and the APC is actually flexing its muscles in the elections, showing its prowess. Now, what actually is the political climate for the APC in Edo State currently as we speak?
Well, APC is not flexing muscle, but APC has taken over the state. I think that is the right word.
Okay.
And for now, the only party in the state, they are beginning to be aware that it's a game over for them. Initially they started the campaign early before us, and they were there were messages in different quarters. Oh, APC doesn't have what to campaign with. APC don't have funds and all that, blah blah blah. But the moment we started our flag off campaign from Edo South last week Tuesday, yes. In fact, they decided they have to go and strategize, and it's beginning to be done. It is now done on them that this is a game over, and there is nothing they can do at this moment because Edo people have rejected them, all thanks to the current Governor Godwin Obaseki, who has been known to be a serial betrayer, a serial grateful person, and somebody who could sell, in fact, his own just to achieve whatever he wants to, And again, coupled with the bad governance we've experienced in the state for the past 8 years, governance stopped when Adams Oshiomhole left office as governor. Since Obaseki came into office, all we had is fights from different quarters. Only him fighting with the Oba of Benin, only him fighting with his godfather, only him fighting with everybody, quarreling everywhere. We've not had governance. What we've had in those states is just what I would describe as pure nonsense. And the people are hired already.
Okay, on a comical note, that was quite amusing. So it therefore means that calculatively speaking, we can address now the APC is more mathematical in its approach concerning the campaigns.
Well, just address the governorship candidate as the next governor of Edo State. APC governorship candidate, just address him as the next governor of Edo State.
Okay, that's affirmative. Now, moving on, we have a Senator Monday Okpebholo, whose candidature is vested in the APC as its flag bearer. His upbringing in Uromi encompasses schooling in indigenous institutions at the educational levels, laying the groundwork for his future accomplishments. Likewise, his family background is deeply intertwined with the fabric of the Edo State people, thereby cultivating a diverse portfolio in his political voyage or journey, if I may say. He's actually recognized for his charitable work through the Monday Okpebholo Foundation, which actually offers diverse humanitarian aids. Now, could you tell us more about the candidates of the APC, Senator Monday Okpebholo, and by extension also his running mate, Honourable Dennis Idahosa?
Okay. Starting with Monday Okpebholo grew up in Udomi in Irua, not Uromi.
Okay.
Urua is Eastern Central Local Government of Edo State.
Okay.
You know, and as I speak to you, Monday Okpebholo is a child of grace. Is a man, a local man who was born and brought up in Irua, in Edo Central. He has been with the people. You know, went to school here. Almost all his life has been in Isha. And when God began to open doors for him, he decided, he now chose to begin to fulfill his promises that he made as a child, that when God blesses him, he will bless his people. Because according to the story that he told me, his elder sister died of I think contaminated water. You know, this extreme water of those days where these villagers go to get. You know, and he said if God blesses him, the first thing they will do is to give his community good water, pipe-on water, and which he did immediately. And this is a man who has in his private capacity constructed roads to his community.
Okay.
In his private capacity, giving people scholarship. I think this is what is working for him. You know, for me as a person, I would prefer an empathetic leader to an intelligent leader. Right? What we have in Edo State is an evil, intelligent leader who has no human sympathy for the people. For me, governance is all about empathy. It's all about the people. And I don't need you to talk. What I need you to do is to work. And that is what Monday has been doing before he became a senator. And one thing that is going on for Monday is this. Before now, in the senatorial district, PDP has always produced the senator of Edo Central Senatorial District. Monday came from nowhere, and let me use the word from nowhere, get the APC ticket, and won the election, breaking the jinx for the first time since 1999. This is to show you the kind of person that he is. He might not be talking, but he has been doing things, and his doings is what has been working for him. Talking about the deputy governorship candidate, he is another local man brought up in Igbo of the Southwest Local Government Area of Edo State, skilled in Igbo, a son of a farmer. You know, they are not, both of them are not children of the bourgeois. So they understand what it means to be hungry. They understand what it means to have to, when they understand how they can easily communicate with the people. You know, this guy went to school in Igbo, secondary school, primary school, before luck smiled at him and he traveled out of the country. He went to Canada. And when he felt, he was comfortable, he decided to come back and make impact in the lives of these people. That is where the likes of Pastor Sagezi saw him and said, come, let me introduce you to Adam Shomole. And Adam Shomole saw him and felt like this guy is a young man doing things. And he was 34 years old when he was made a commissioner. He was made a commissioner for investment and public-private partnership. And his duty then was to go and sort for foreign investors, because he has been in the diaspora all this while. He performed so well before you knew, he penetrated into the political landscape of Ovia Southwest. And in 2019, he was appointed as a board member this agency for, I think, Great Green Wall. Before his people called him in 2015 was appointed. Before his people called him 2023. To come and contest. 2019 to come and contest for the House of Rep. And this is somebody who fought against a very hard politically hard family. We're talking about the Igbenedion family.
Yes.
In Edo State. Anybody in Edo State who knows who the Igbenedions are.
Yes.
You know, and he was able to defeat them, not because he's one perfect man, but because of what he has been doing before he became into politics. That was what spoke for him. And these people renewed his mandate based on his performance in his first tenure. In Ovia, we didn't know that rep members could construct roads. We didn't know rep members could construct bridges. When I mean bridge, not pedestrian bridge.
Yes, I'm talking
bridges
the flyovers
across communities.
Yeah.
Flyovers. We didn't know that rep members could influence such. You know, and at his young age, he was able to do that. That is why the party felt, if we are giving Anisha Man the ticket and we found Senator Monday Okpebholo, who can we give in Edo South that is popular? Then they went for the young man who could easily access the young people and talk to them. Unlike what we have in the PDP, we have Anasu Godalo, who has never contested an election in his life, who has never voted in his life, who doesn't sleep in Uro, in his village in the Woimi, because he feels his people are witches and wizards. If they like, they should go and misinterpret me again, the way they changed the Shomole's own. We have the old man who is even older than his boss, who has been in government since 2003. What is he doing in government? Did they plant his person there?
Okay.
So for us, we have an edge.
Honourable Aghedo, we wish not to trade words, because I want to believe you're a fair man when it comes to the game of politics. Now, I want to zero in on a particular word which you said. You said you believe in doings, which is actually, if we may use the local parlance, which is prevailing around the country. Now, we never knew, let me use your words now, we never knew that rep members who are actually in the green chamber or the red chamber, which is the House of Reps, or probably even the Senate, were capable of influencing decisions as to laying down projects such as flyovers. It therefore meant that he has actually opened the awareness of the people of that particular axis or his region or constituency to the fact that not only are political responsibilities left for the chief executive of the state alone, but also disseminated to even rep members who are representing them. That means that he's actually justifying, let me use my own language here, justifying the fact that he is a homegrown governor who actually deserves that Dennis Osadebe seat, right?
Exactly. That is, you said it. No other words to add.
Okay, so that was quite an extensive profile you gave concerning Monday Okpebholo. Could we briefly, before we move on to, because you mentioned the Igbenedion family, a strong PDP family member in politics there, who has actually lost one of its own to the APC. I'm talking about Omosede Igbenedion. We're still coming to that. Could we briefly hear about Dennis Idahosa, please?
Yeah, I said Dennis Idahosa, like I said, a young man, he just celebrated his 44th birthday about maybe a week or two ago. He grew up in Igobazoa.
Okay.
Who is son of a farmer. Primary, secondary in the local community.
Okay.
Not the ones we have who are being imported.
Okay.
You know, and a proper homeboy.
Okay, I wanted to get that. The reason why I asked for that question is because I wanted to get that punchline from you, a homeboy.
Yes.
So our viewers out there, could we define who an actual homeboy actually is?
For me, an homeboy is somebody who doesn't need to introduce himself in his own house.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
If for instance, you go to Obia Federal Constituency, or you go even in Benin, and make sure, a lot of people have not seen Denko. They don't know what Denko looks like, but they've heard of the name. It is about recently when he was now pushed to be the deputy governor candidate. Some people are like, is this the Denko? Now the small boy it is. They've been hearing the name because of his doings in his federal constituency. He's a local boy. Unlike what we have in the other party, where the governorship candidate went to go and introduce himself to his people in a way, and to make matters worse, using an interpreter. Meaning he does not even know his people. They don't know him. You know, his boss or his godfather, the governor Godwin Obaseki, practically imposed him even on PDP members. That is an edge APC even have. A lot of PDP members are not happy that Asue Godalo is the candidate because they don't know him. And Asue Godalo is even worse than Godwin Obaseki. He said he was going to continue from when Godwin Obaseki stopped. That means we're going to continue suffering. We're going to continue the excessive taxation. You know, let me not digress. Let me go back to Dennis Idahosa. When Dennis Idahosa, at the point he traveled overseas for greener pastures, and when God blessed him, he came back to Nigeria and started a charity organization with focus on youth and women empowerment.
Okay.
When he was commissioner for investment and public-private partnership, you can go ask. His salaries were donated to widows in his local government. Every month, as soon as they pay his salary, he transfers because he feels he is comfortable. He does not need government money to survive anymore. What he wants to do is to make impact. That is why when we are aware that even in the House of Reps, rep members sell projects to their colleagues and collect the money. As a matter of fact, I'm not sure I'm supposed to say this out. Deco will go as far as buying projects and bringing it to his constituency. With his private money, he will buy projects from rep members who sell.
Okay.
That's how far he goes to make sure that his people are comfortable, his constituency gets the real dividends of democracy.
So it therefore means this is a homegrown prospective governor and deputy governor who are ready to be sacrificial.
Local breed,
okay.
Local content.
Okay.
Not artificial intelligence. Anything artificial is fake.
Okay, that is not an AI governor here, not to digress
no,
on amusement.
We don't do AI. Anything AI is robotic. And we don't need robots.
Okay, sir.
We need our own.
Okay, moving on. Actually, as we speak now, if you recall, I mentioned or talked about Monday Okpebholo. Now, it appears the political fortunes of the All Progressives Congress, the APC, appears to have swelled up as a former member of the House of Representatives, Omosede, who I just mentioned, the daughter of the Esama of Benin, as she is fondly addressed. And her supporters have joined the APC a few hours after she resigned from the People's Democratic Party. Might we recall, you mentioned some quagmire or rancor which had been going on within the in-house PDP based on the imposition of its candidate, Asue Ighodalo. Now, she was received at the Edo South Senatorial District flag off of the APC campaign for the gubernatorial race. Now, what does this imply for the APC? And will I say that is actually a very nasty blow below the belt for the PDP?
Well, the truth is this. Almost of this defection is as a result of what I said earlier.
Okay.
That a lot of people are not comfortable with Asue Ighodalo. Why? The governor, Godwin Obaseki, they come from the APC to the PDP. They want leader of Governor Obaseki to be grateful to them and allow them to choose their candidates. He practically drove PDP out of it like a landlord absorbing a tenant, not collecting rent for free. Then the tenant will now chase the landlord out of the house. Who does that? You know? So the lives of Omosede are angry. We gave you an umbrella when the APC, when you misbehaved with APC. We felt you were a good person. Then this has gone to show that Obaseki is not, Oshomole was not the problem ab initio. Obaseki was, because his plan was to wreck APC. The APC chased him out of the party. Now he went to PDP and is currently wrecking the party. Omosede is one of the reasons. Asue Ighodalo is one of the reasons Omosede left the party. Besides, they know that Asue cannot win. And the likes of Omosede, his father is a great man in Benin Kingdom. And we know how far the man can go. They've gone to see, they've checked politically, they've done the analysis. And if this guy cannot win, so the best we can do, let us contribute to the victory of Monday Okpebholo, so that a new Edo can rise. You know, Omosede's movement to the APC is a very big blow for the PDP. Because whether they like it or not, it means that Ovia Southwest and Ovia Northeast is totally sealed for APC. Even let me give you a secret. Most time when they're talking in government house and there are party members in my federal constituency, they'll be like, no, keep quiet. We know you can't win that place. Let's focus on where we can win and all that. So they know already. It's a game over. And more are still coming. A former rep member in Oredo will still join the party. I can tell you for free. Let me tell you, you will say I said it. But by the end of this month, a lot of aides to the governor will dump him because they are just there for what they want to get. Because they know that this is the period the governor releases money. He releases money when there is conflict, just to cause distraction, to cause confusion. When he doesn't release money because he wants to make you great, he releases money just to cause problem. And this is the time they feel they can collect from you. As soon as election draw close, you will see what will happen to the governor. The governor will be left naked. Even Asue Ighodalo is as I'm speaking with you, there's a rancor between Asue Ighodalo and Governor Godwin Obaseki. What is the reason for the rancor? Godwin Obaseki haven't known that Asue might not likely fly because of the cases they have. There's a particular case they have in court regarding their primary, that the High Court notified Asue Ighodalo's candidacy. Is currently in appeal court, and the governor has tried everything possible to see how he can maneuver himself, but it is not working. So what the governor had a secret meeting with the Labour Party candidate, Olumide Akpata.
Okay.
And that's where Ighodalo got a wind of this. And as I speak to you, they are presently cat and rat. Why is the governor not campaigning with Asue Ighodalo anywhere he are going to? Because he knows he's a bad egg to sell. In fact, it's not bad, it's rotten.
That's a very, very weighty punchline there. A bad egg to sell. Now, moving on, you made mention of this clandestine meeting between Obaseki and Akpata.
Yes.
How would you see both candidates coming from this professional background? Because both are barristers now. So we look at it that they actually tend to share similar ideology based on being technocrats. What will you say about the candidacy or candidature in person of Olumide Akpata?
Unfortunately, Obaseki has killed the dream of any man who calls himself technocrat. In fact, we'll call them techno killer because they have killed other people. What my own understanding of technocrats as people who come to take from the poor, judging by Obaseki's antecedent and experience. So nobody will come and tell other people, oh, I'm a technocrat. You're a technocrat, get out. We want Akpata before now. In fact, a lot of people don't know he's from Edo State. He's not always here. It was when he wanted to contest for NBA chairman, national chairman of NBA, national president of NBA, and they came to Edo NBA and told them he's one of you. See where I'm come from and blah 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 and all that. Then when he now decided to say he wants to contest for governor, we now suddenly saw Osai Bovo in his name. Why has he not been using Osai Bovo this while? He has been ashamed. He has been ashamed to identify himself with the Edo people before now. Now suddenly because he wants to be governor. No, now we've had an experience already now.
So will it be?
We cannot fall for it again. So
okay, judging from your explanation now, will it be likely to the biblical description of a prodigal son?
Unfortunately, it's like a case of children inheriting. I'll just use that word again. Suffering from the sins of their father. Obaseki has nobody. I can tell you for free, except for Obaseki appointees and those who are trying to see what they want to get from them. Nobody supports Obaseki. I, for one, at the point the state government, through this Commissioner for Information, petitioned me to DSS because I wrote a story against them, which is true. During that process, I was approached with the sum of $15,000. Of course, I needed the money, but I'm a growing young man. I have my integrity to protect. I rejected it because there is nothing there to sell. There is nothing there to sell. Yes, some individuals will go collect the money just because they feel, man, this is the period we should collect money. So people tell you, and I collect this money, collect it. But some people like us cannot collect such. Okay. No, there is no sane human being in a Edo State that is supporting PDP. Forget what you are seeing on TV. On the day of election, you will see what will happen. The people have decided. We were in Ewemi yesterday.
Okay.
Ewemi is where Asue Ighodalo comes from.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, before we got there, we got an information that Asue Ighodalo dropped 10 million naira for a particular individual to mobilize people in the community not to come out for the rally. Should I shock you? It was raining heavily yesterday, and the people were still under the rain just to receive Senator Monday Okpebholo and Honourable Dennis Idahosa. And to wrap it up, their in-law, Comrade Adam Shomole, was there, and they were very happy because Adam Shomole have a legacy. When we're driving all through Ewemi, Ubiaja, we passed through nylon tie road built by Adam Shomole before he left office in 2016. What is Asue Ighodalo's accomplishment in Ewemi? Is what we're asking. What has he done before now for Ewemi people? At a point in Edo Central, they had security issues where Fulani herdsmen kidnap and do all sorts of things to them.
Okay. Sorry to cut you short there. Now we are now coming to that. I'm happy you brought up this issue of security because it has to do with the people out there. Now every candidate must definitely have his or her manifesto. Now he had actually unveiled his 5-point manifesto, which he said were security number 1, infrastructural development secondly, education number 3, agriculture, and of course water provision. Now This issue of
Yes.
security has become prevalent because it's common knowledge now that Edo State shares boundaries with the northern region, particularly coming from Auchi and Sabongida Ora, which has now suffered
Yes.
so much infiltration from bandits, just to mention a few now.
Yes.
Concerning this
Yes.
manifesto as regards security now, how will it be addressed speedily? Because it's not a case of reassurance, because
Okay.
it's going to be a mantra that is going to be resounding in the ear.
Okay. You see, most times, what I expect people to do is this: before somebody says he wants to do something, or
Yes.
perhaps I say I want to provide water for you. The question you ask him: who have you provided water for before now?
Mm.
What have you done in your own little capacity before you say you want to be governor? At the point in Edo Central, they had serious security issues. And the elite in Edo Central came together and said, we cannot wait for the government.
Mm.
Let us all come, unite, set up a vigilante group. They named it Atalapa.
Okay.
Let us fund these people and see how we can, protect ourselves instead of waiting for government. And they made a call through to all Asian sons and daughters.
Yes.
Senator Monday Okpebholo then was not a senator. He was just in private capacity as a private individual. Donated vehicles, donated Siennas,
Okay.
vehicles, and millions of naira as an individual. They called the then chairman of Sterling Bank, Aswe Godalo. Should I shock you, sir? Aswe Godalo sent them 100,000 naira,
Mm.
right? And this is the person that will tell you he lost his people. If Monday Okpebholo knows what he could do as a private person, imagine giving him the resources. But for Monday Okpebholo, I've had a private discourse with him on 2 occasions. This guy is resolute. He feels I don't have to talk. I don't have to talk. What matters more to me is delivery. If he can deliver in his private capacity, for me, I have 100% guarantee that Monday Okpebholo will deliver in his capacity as governor. That is to tell you that Monday Okpebholo will win, and the people are beginning to see it. As a matter of fact, it will defeat Aswe Godalo in Ewoimi, where he come from, because Ewoimi has been a very strong with APC, and they're not willing to be deceived by diaspora and an emergency man. They want the one they already know.
Okay.
Who is Senator Monday Okpebholo?
Okay, you've said it all with what I actually wanted to ask, which was actually what you have to sell out to the people of Edo State. Well, that was quite explanatory, and also defending the name of the platform in which the flag which you fly, the APC, the All Progressives Congress. Thank you, Honorable Friday Aghedo. It's been a pleasure having you on the show. We do believe that
Thank you very
in
much, my
due
brother.
time, as the race is getting close to the finish line, we should also have you on board to at least share your opinions on the happenings, what is on ground.
I'm always available, sir.
All right. Thank you very much. Well, that was Honorable Friday Aghedo of the All Progressives Congress, Senior Special Assistant to Honorable Dennis Idahosa, actually vouching for the candidacy of its candidates, Monday Okpebholo. And we do believe in due time, locking of horns between political parties who are actually the frontliners, the APC, the PDP, and the Labour Party, will actually get to know who will actually grasp the #1 seat of Edo State. The show has been Viewpoint, where we discover perspectives and embrace dialogue. You do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us across various social media platforms. I'm Odiawa AI. Thanks for watching.